Greetings everyone, and this is Mem here, and I thought I would just look. I haven't made a video in quite a bit, and I thought that maybe I should do something a little different. So here we're going to be doing a little bit of a commentary for a little challenge I decided to do, where I had to beat one of the freaking greatest games of all time, Sonic 4, without rolling. So we really only have two rules. Like, we're not allowed to spin dash, and we can't just like do a regular roll. Just like entering that rolling animation, we cannot do that. So I'm gonna say it, this challenge was like painful. Let's just get into it, like right now. So yeah, what we just gotta do is, we're not gonna be like starting a new game, we're just gonna see if the 4 main worlds, if all their levels are possible to beat without rolling once. This challenge hurt me. This actually hurt me. Anyways, we start out in Not Green Hill Act 1, and this challenge started out, I was just thinking this is the first level, this is going to be easy. Then we ran into our first roadblock, these spinning thingies. And if you don't know, these spinny thingies here, as I demonstrate here, they like put you automatically into a roll. So this is going to be another challenge. We have to avoid those red spinny thingies. I mess up here royally. I actually ran into a thing, and then I also rolled. I don't know if it was that easy to see, but I did. And so we continue on, and then as you can see, I'm just going through. I'm going through it like pretty slow, because if I run into one of those red thingies, I have to restart the act. I made a restriction on myself, where if I ran into one of them, I'd have to restart the act, and that hurt, like, a lot. As you can see here, I'm like having some trouble with the game's physics. And then I just walk through slowly, see like the tip of one of those red things. Thank goodness there's an enemy there for me to hold me attack so I could dodge it. I continue trucking along at a snail's pace, do some homing attacks, and then we get to here. We're getting close to the end of the level. I do some spin dashes. I try to fight the game and its engine and its physics to let me up here. This went freaking amazing. Just doing this was actually difficult. And then we get up there, and then we see this. One of those rolling things right into one of those little pathways, little like passage thingies that immediately send you into a roll. This was not going well. And so we go down to the bottom path, and we see one of those thingies that sends you into a roll, that sends you immediately into one of those tube things that once again sends you into a roll. And this is at the very end of the level. There is no way around these two things. That means that the first level of the entire game cannot be beaten without rolling. This is off to a freaking great start. Like, absolutely wonderful. Now we're in Act 2, and this like, I thought this was going to, this act I kind of just knew was going to be somewhat easy, because it doesn't really have an emphasis on speed. Well, it does in some places, but more or less, you're not really going fast. On like the ground, you're like swinging from vines. I mean, there were a few, like you just saw, of those rolling things, like you just saw back there. But other than that, there's like not that many of them, at least compared to the first stage. And as you can, so we're here, and then we run into one of these thingies. We run into one of the rolling thingies, and I'm like, okay, I need to get around this. And so I just tried to dodge it, abuse the game's physics, just let me through. I run backwards, and then I run into one of those thingies. So I decide to go back a little bit, and just try to get massive speed, and I fail miserably again. And then I jump, and then I see a vine. And I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I can use that to get around this? So as you can see, I'm trying to like just do that to get to it, but whenever I fail, I like try to just run back and do this again, which I fail to do basically every single time. And then we get to here, I fail again. And then I once again try to, I should probably just stop. I should have just stopped trying, and I did. And then I got close to reaching it. And then I'm just like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, dang it. Kind of, really. And so I once again go over here, fail miserably, go around the loop, and I've reached the vine. Finally. And so I'm able to use these vines to go on another path. And then it sort of just, I fall there. We hit some speed shoes, however I'm not really going to be using these considering I'm still trying to go. And then I accidentally hit that. And so it's back to the beginning of the level. And so, if I remember correctly, I took like a different path here, so I didn't run into that original thing. And then, yeah, the second level is perfectly beatable without rolling. And then we go into the third level, and just again, like the second level where it had that gimmick for going down vines, this one has this gimmick where you have to like hold on to those like zipline thingy. And I thought that was going to make this level like not have an emphasis on like those rolling panels, and as you can see there's a lot of them like after just like in general spots where it would just be like, in those spots where it would just be like, just, you know, you'd get done doing some platforming and then you just run into them, like when you get done with one of those zip lines or you get launched off a spray into one. There's a lot of those in Act 3 of Not Green Hill. However, there are some where there aren't any, or there are not that many, as you can like there. That one actually gives me kind of an opportunity to get over it. And so I'm here. I get over that thanks to the game's physics. And then I immediately run into another one. Dang it. And so we go back to the beginning of Not Green Hill Zone. I was like crying on the inside there, if I remember correctly. And so I'm just like trying to check to see if there's a... And then I pull off that movement where you just like hold back on the keyboard, and then that lets you like not go as far, like that bear grip. I hit that. And so I'm back, I go over it. And then I just continue through the level as normal. I run into another zipline thingamajig. I continue on, go through another zipline, hit the screen, floating platform, get the enemies up there, get to a checkpoint. That's not really going to be of any use though, unless I actually die via normal causes. So I make it. I go in a zipline, I go down, and then, yeah, this, enough filler, this level is perfectly possible without rolling. And then the boss, it's the boss. You kind of don't have to roll. In fact, the entire thing is just going to get put here just to show that, yeah, it's kind of just the boss. I probably didn't have to do this, and I think a lot of you would be like, yeah, this is 100% possible without it. So yeah, I just beat the boss, and then everything is good. I didn't have to roll once. Yeah, the boss is perfectly possible. And then we go into Not Casino Night Zone. We jump over that first one. We get over the second one, and then, yeah, this is a pickle. This is a pretty big pickle. We're in a bit of a pickle here. So yeah, there's just, at the very start of the level, they want you to do this. And as far as I'm aware, there's legitimately no way to get around this without taking that first speed booster. Or maybe you can get over the first speed booster, but then you'd probably have to hit the second speed booster to actually get up there. So yeah, the first level of the second world, Not Casino Night Zone, is not possible. And this left me kind of feeling dead inside. And so we go on to Casino Street 2, Extra Lives Boogaloo. And then this level, I thought was going to be pretty easy. We go on there, I'm taking the bottom path, we do some very basic platforming, and then I just run into one, I feel depressed for a few seconds, and then I kinda just go back, and this time I just decided to make the decision to take the top path, in which we go down, and then I hit those things, which you have to roll on them. You have to roll on those pinball things, hit flipper thingies. So this makes this world just difficult, because this world has a lot of those flipper thingies. So here I am, I'm back on the bottom path, which takes us right back to where the upper path was. So I kind of just drop down, just not hitting the flippers. And so we jump over the next one, and then we're here, and I'm like, kind of just trying to move my way around it. I did. And once again, just trying to move slow, and I hit one. Dang it. And so we reached this card section, and you automatically hit that thing. You automatically hit the rolling thing, which sends you into a roll. Even if for a second, you still have to roll to beat this. And so I'm like, freaking dang it. The second level also. Is it possible? Dang it. Field inside. I was pretty mad after I realized that you were forced into one. And so we go into Act 3, and well, it kind of speaks for itself. Like, really, you can't beat this. You have to go into a roll right at the beginning. So that makes all 3 levels from the second world impossible to do without rolling. And then there's the boss. It's the boss. Assuming you don't get knocked onto the flippers like I did there, you should be perfectly fine. Just all you gotta do is be slow and not hit the flippers. And then, yeah, this boss is frick. As you can see, I hit the flippers there, while trying to say that if you just don't hit the flippers, just sort of bounce off of Robotnik. And yeah, this level is this boss is 100% possible to do without rolling. So yeah, only the boss in the second world is possible without rolling. I told you this challenge was like going to be the death of me. Just trying to think of this good idea for a challenge that I'm pretty sure I've done before, and then we do this. And then we go to the third world. Oh freaking boy. Not Labyrinth Zone hurt me, kind of. Because it was, not because it was like difficult, but because I kind of like kept messing up, per se. I mean, it was kind of difficult. I mean, yeah, you did have those speed thingies, but as you can see here, it was kind of like you kind of have to avoid a lot of them. And it's just like, there's just so many of them. I do just fall apart with relative ease. And then, as you can see, we have to go over one. Thank goodness this will force you into it. And then we reach the ball section. Like, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm kind of like in the minority of everyone else. Just like the majority of everyone else, where I can agree that this ball thing kind of sucks. And then we get to this part. And then we go to with this other ball segment, in which, in my utter stupidity, I just jump over that. And so I get sent back down to the bottom. I get hit by the freaking green boy. Dang it. So I freaking just take it, and then I freaking get hit. Dang it. And so I'm back here again. And then I freaking get hit. I fall back down. I have to do these ball things again. I jump over it again! At this point, when I was actually doing this, I kind of just felt nothing because I jumped over it a second time. And so I have a little bit of issues trying to get up there. I get close, but I don't actually make it. So I do it a third time. And then I make it onto the ball. And then I fall! Thank goodness it was only down to the second ball and not the third ball. Then, as you can see, I have some just mess ups with the thing here, and then I go onto the ball, the third ball, and it's really simple. We jump over that, and then I just the rest of the level was the rest of the level. There was like one more. There's this like last ball part at the end. I'm kind of just like hesitating. I was just like hesitating to go on it there just in case there was something bad. But it was the first level was possible. And then we get to the second level, World of Darkness. This level I was kind of dreading this level for this challenge because not only do I have to go slow, but I have to go even slower than I normally would because I'm surrounded by darkness. There could literally be one of those things around the corner. It was already painful enough that I only had one screen worth of space. And all the other level, well, it's another thing why I only have like just this tiny area around Sonic. And then I hit one of these things. And I'm testing here being like, okay, it is possible to jump over this thing, but I have to restart because I am freaking just hit it. So I'm back. And then I hit it again! Frick! I'm feeling like just like absolute pain here. Anyways, yeah, it is possible I did make it through. And then as you can see here, I'm once again going slow as heck. Just trying to just make it through. I was like having like a heart attack, not like actually, but like my heart was pounding the entire time of doing World of Darkness. Like actually, the only redeeming thing I can say about this was that the music of the level is like probably one of the best tracks in the game. I like it. It's probably just one of my favorite tracks in the game, not even the entire series maybe. And then we go into this minecart part, which was like really simple. It was like there's no things that send you rolling in on those parts. And then I barely hit, I almost hit that rolling thing. And then this puzzle, this part, I think we can all agree that this puzzle thing here actually sucks so much. It's not just me saying this. I think everyone that's played this game can agree that this part actually does suck so bad. Because it's bad, it's not fun. I eventually did make it past it. And as you can see, I'm still going slow. I have reached 6 minutes on the clock. And yes, even though I'm in pure light now, even though I'm in the light part of the level, I'm still going slow as heck because there could still be one just right around the corner. And then I sort of just, if I'm correct, I was like 2/3 of the way through the level at this point, maybe like 4/6. Dang it, no, that's the exact same thing. What the frick am I even saying? So yeah, I'm just like, I don't think I can think of anything else that just says how bad this level was. Despite I'm just gonna say it, this level is 100% possible. I'm just gonna say that right here there. It's 100% possible without rolling. It was probably the worst level in the entire challenge. And probably just the game in general. Just in this game in general, this is the worst level in the game in general, but also the worst level for this challenge, simply because of the darkness. And that you kind of have to go slow, and this is a Sonic game. We have this cool explosion segment at the end. We launch, I'm just checking carefully, and then we beat the level. There we go. And then I was just like, we had 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. And then I was like pained. And then we go into Act 3, Underwater Maze Escape. Again, this was a level I was kind of dreading, but I'm not gonna lie, this level was actually pretty easy. Not the easiest thing ever, but it was sick. After playing World of Darkness, I'm just gonna say this. I'd rather play any other level than doing this challenge than World of. If I had to do if I was like, I'm just gonna say it. I'm trying to think of what to say. It's just like, look, I was just kind of like suffering from World of Darkness still. I did this entire challenge in one sitting. I don't know if that has to do with what I was just saying, but this level was like significantly easier. I was just happy to be here just because it wasn't World of Darkness. I screwed up right here with the slope thing. I really still don't know how this thing works. I guess if you just don't hit high enough on this slope thing, you just don't go up. And then as you can see, I'm just continuing to go slow just because I'm still scared of what's happening. And then we go into this thing. I don't consider this rolling. I don't consider this rolling on the ground. He's just kind of spun up in a ball. And then we just have this part where you just have to, we get the speed shoes, and then we have the, well, I kind of died, but here we have the wall crushing thing. And I was scared because I thought there would be like at least one of them, but this wall crushing segment was actually pretty easy, not gonna lie. But I mean, yes, this thing was easy compared to World of Darkness. Like I said before, I'm just happy to be here instead of World of Darkness. Anything is better than World of Darkness. As you can see, we had that one during the wall crushing segment, and that was like it for the wall crushing segment. But yeah, this level was just like, aside from a few maybe slightly painful moments, maybe like what's happening here, this level was actually just decent. It wasn't like the easiest thing, it wasn't the worst thing. I thought this thing was gonna put me to an automatic roll, but it didn't. And then we have this thing, this one chamber with the spikes. I think we can all agree that this chamber with spikes actually just does suck. It's just not fun. And then we just get spit out, and then we have this part, which sucks. It sucks. But yeah, the act, just all 3 acts of World of Darkness were possible, and I mean all three acts of Not Labyrinth Zone are possible, including the boss. Even though this boss does make me kind of just want to die, it just hurts. This boss hurts a lot. Like actually, like just in order to even get to the boss itself, you have to go through like a platforming thing underwater, and then you get here, and then you just die over and over again. It just hurt. I think we can just, and then as you can see there, I died again. But even though I didn't record it, it is possible. I did beat it. Then we move on to we move on to Not Metropolis Zone, Act 1, and Not Metropolis Zone Act 1 is, I'm just gonna say it, this was probably the easiest level in the entire challenge. Yeah, the first level of the final zone is the easiest level in this challenge. And yeah, it is possible. It is possible. I'm just happy. And then we go on to Act 2, Escape the Cog Trap, in which we have these cogs at the beginning. This is kind of slow. And then we just activate the platform here, as you normally do. We get the shield, and we go into this yellow thingy. We roll above the ground on that, and then we get spit out straight into one of those rolling thingies. Now I'm like, hold on a second, is there like a way to avoid this? And so I do it again, and as far as I'm aware, you get spit out so fast that you literally can't jump over it. Yeah, you like literally can't jump over this. And so out of pure frustration, I was just on this conveyor belt, just pushing this wall, just out of anger that you couldn't jump over that. I probably should have done this after World of Darkness, but hey, this level just kind of got me too, just because it was at the very beginning again, and I just couldn't jump over it. And then we move on to Impending Doom, and this level, I was like, okay, this level, it's the final level, I bet it's going to be possible, and I bet it's going to be possible and easy. We jump over this. We jump over that. I'm still thinking this is going to be possible and easy. It's the final level. This always happens. It always ends up being really freaking easy. The final level in these challenges almost always ends up being really easy. So I'm just thinking that. I'm thinking that, okay, and then I accidentally hit it. I'm like, okay, dang it. He's like, okay, dang it. And then so I just am jumping on the cogs again. Just having absolute fun with them. This part hurt me, but it didn't hurt me as much as Act 2 did. And I still did come across a few frustrations in Act 1, but I was just like, okay, this is still going to be easy. And then we hit this. This is a required thing you have to go through to beat the level, and you have to roll on it. I was kind of sad, because I was like, it's the final level, it's probably going to be easy, but it's not. Yes, the parts we were doing so far were easy, but it was possible. And anyways, we get to the boss, and both phases, Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the boss, are 100% possible. And then I'm just like, okay. We're done with all the main levels. Then I'm kind of just like happy to be done. But I forgot Egg Station Zone exists. I completely forgot that the final level of the entire game exists. Anyway, it's literally just a boss rush of all the 4 previous bosses. So yeah, the beginning is pretty easy. As you can see here, I just freaking demolished the first thing before it could like actually even get a good attack out. And then I just continue on with the level, and then we get to the final boss with the Death Egg robots, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna say it, I died a lot on this boss. I died a lot. Just because this boss is just actually hurts me. This boss is like not fun in my opinion. I mean, okay, it's kind of fun, but like it's still really it's kind of fun, but it's like really difficult. It's really difficult to like get your rings back. And so I'm just kind of in here doing the boss again. I'm just here just homing attacking it. And another reason another reason why I somewhat hate this boss, I still think it's kind of fun, is because the invincibility frames on this thing are so freaking whack. It has so much invincibility frames. But anyways, I just homing attack him. And then, yeah, we beat this level you can beat the final level without rolling once. And, I'm just, like, freaking happy. And so, here we are. We are at the very end. And so we have our conclusive answer of, is it possible to beat Sonic 4 without rolling once? No.